Hi, my name is Kevin Limeister, and this is my follow-up on project number 2. I'm going to begin with my synthesis on some of the things that I learned while doing this project. First thing I'm going to mention is that this is a great way to do a project. It was a really interesting and unique experience using Google Community. I'll probably do something similar with my students at some point. But it was a good group project. Next thing is you can always learn more. It's interesting to think that you are an expert at something, but after looking at how other people use a tool, people in my group, I was completely blown away. It was new to me, and I was like, wow, I need to do that myself. So as much as you think you know something, there's always a way to do it different and probably even better than what you know how to do. So never think that you're an expert at anything. The last thing I learned, and probably most important, is how to use Google Classroom to help students with learning disabilities. That was kind of the goal for this project. I learned a lot about Google Classroom that I didn't know. I've been using Google Classroom for 2 years, and I still didn't know some of the features they had, like syncing a calendar with parents, or using Google Classroom to ask questions privately to the teacher so that you can help those students who don't like to talk in front of their peers. Both help contribute to my subtopic, which was helping learning disabled students. So that was one of the third things I learned, was using Google Classroom, and really the other tools too. Even when I was looking at some of my group members' projects, I really learned how I could use some of their tools as well to help students who have learning disabilities. So overall, really good project. Takeaway, 2 things I'm going to do. First of all, it's kind of hard to pick just 2. I feel like I learned a lot in this project, but if I gotta pick 2, I'm gonna kind of go with the big ones here. First of all, I'm going to effectively use Google Classroom to help learning disabled students. I've talked a lot about it. I've done it a little bit in my classroom, but I feel like it's something that really I need to step my game up, and it's been in the back of my mind. I've thought about using it for a long time, but this project really kind of was that stepping stone to, all right, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm already creating my classroom for this upcoming school year that starts in August, and have some portions of it made already so that parents can access it, and that we can add some of those IEP accommodations through Google Classroom. The second thing that I'm going to take away from this is creating a similar group project for my students as well. I think that this was a great way to do a lot of work yourself as well as collaborate with others. You really couldn't get away with not doing anything in this project, which is sometimes something I struggle with when creating group projects for my kids. So everyone contributed, and we also learned a lot from each other. Once again, the tools that my peers talked about, there are a lot of other Google products that were talked about, and so I learned even more about those, as well as some others that I'd never even heard of. So if I could learn that much from my peers, I hope that my students could do the same, because overall I think this was one of the more productive assignments that I've done, and as far as learning goes, and I think that I could accomplish the same goals in my classroom. So there's my follow-up on this classroom assignment.